everyone was very excited about it, and there was champagne crashed against the machine, and everyone was very excited. Everyone was feeling very proud.
This is SNV, a small player but a good inventor.
Of course, you still have to fight not yesterday's battle, but today's battle, and at the same time prepare for what's coming tomorrow, which is quite different from how it is today.
We were 9 people. We were 9 people with big competence. I'm quite sure I should never have gone in this for myself. It was together with these 8 other people I did it. And I don't think that, the company then needed more than 1, 2. They needed 9 people.
Yeah, we saw opportunities in listening to customer and see what they needed and try to build machines according customer wishes. You have to listen to them.
Var väldigt gott att göra. Trusted in us. What we represented technically.
Absolutely trust on other people.
The team was our strength. We had the confidence together in that team we had for that 9 persons.
My friends in the company, the 9. Nils Lawson, for example, he was an excellent designer, asked for many companies. We were number 1 in the world designing reach stackers and heavy lift trucks.
Olle had, in my opinion, his strengths. He was a very social person, and he was very calm, and he had a good relation to people because of his social behavior and so on. I think that was one of his strengths.
We had a lot of ideas, I would say. Especially Hans, he had a lot of visions, how a machine could work and how it could be. He is an inventor in the bottom, that's for sure.
He worked with small forklifts and with big forklifts and electric forklifts, and so he was very clever. So traveling with Anders Sandström several times, especially in the beginning when we try to convince people in Far East or everywhere to buy our machines. We picked up the people we wanted to this company, and of course he was a good salesman and a nice person to work together with and easy to work with, and that's why he became one of the 9 people.
He was a very good friend of mine. We traveled a lot to South Korea and so on. He was a fantastic funny man. He picked up most of our dealers outside. And I think most of them are still there today.
We all had a common goal, but it was absolutely clear that I had my role in the company and others had their role, and we all moved forward.
We want to deliver a good machine, we want to deliver a good atmosphere for the people, and we take responsibility for the mistake we have done. It's no question if we talk about trucks or we talk about people.
We were very, very humble. It was an important point when we started that everyone should be involved in the company. The employees in a company must be heard.
But not only me, it was the total crew which started the new production.
We had to do the work by ourselves. If we want something happen, you have to do it. Make it happen.
The culture was that we should be very open-minded and say what we wanted. We had discussion, and there was discussion in the group, and everybody could say what they wanted and how they saw things, and it was so it was very direct and short ways, and get rid of problems as always occur during a journey. So we managed to have focus on the correct things, the things we need to do, to develop the product, to develop the factory. Something I would say I would connect to Konecranes, that we trust in people. What we promise we will deliver.
Listening and cooperation. In our leadership, we were we listened a lot of the people and gave them a lot of responsibility in their own. And that was a success.
So you have to go to the dealers, and with the dealers to the customer to get the business.
You have a good relationship with the customer.
We worked very close together, everybody in the company. And we listened very much to the customer and also to our suppliers, where you always can get a lot of information you need. And we were very open to the customer.
You know, we know very well that to be able to compete with the competition, you have to be better. And we was better. It was a fact, it was not something we was in our imagination, that we was at this time the best manufacturer of different kind of machines. It was a modern machine with a sophisticated hydraulic system and high quality.
The goal technical side on the machines, it was to make the best machine on the market and also the most reliable machine on the market.
For me, it was never any analysis that will fail. When I got the question from Nils-Olof in the spring to 1994, if I want to be a part of this project, I never think about that we not will success. We were 9 people with different experiences, so it was just wow. It will fly. What can fail? What can stop us? I heard the numbers of customers said that they can't fail. I mean, there is the knowledge, they know the product, and there's strong vision to develop the product and develop the company.
I strongly believed in the team, and I know how much experience there was. Very driving people in their own sectors and different ways. So that's inspired me to join this.
The first in the branch who only had assembling and test and adjustment and some kind of touch-up painting. That was our manufacturing in the company.
We were rather good in building reach stackers and forklift trucks.
But on the new design, it should be produced in Markaryd here. We had only phantom pictures on our brochures. And it was nice pictures, but we could not show any finished machine because we had not produced anything. But it was working rather good, and they believed on us. I think that was the main issue to success. I cannot. I mean, today when I'm thinking about it, it was very strange to go to the customer and show a picture of a phantom machine. You cannot. I mean, I should also react and say, "Where is your machine?" But we were successful.
But first of all, the product must be, you must believe it to 110%. Otherwise you cannot do it. And you lead in our concept and the people.
The first machine we financed we 9 bought the first machine and rented it out to Göteborg.
I strongly believe for the relationship. I think that is one thing who have followed us all the year, and I think that is the most important also for the future, that we can stay with the relations and be humble in the relation and honest against customer and partners.
The first real crisis came already in '96. I had a big friend then, Göte Pakander. I met him in Ljungby a Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock. And at once he gave me one advice. Ask the price from the bank for getting them to never come to Markar again. I told him we are 9 small kids, guys, and we have no money. We cannot be so tough as you mean. Then we must find a mentor with good economy, if I say so. And he answered me, I will be that. That was a fantastic afternoon. From that day, I never heard a bad word about our economy. Everyone believed in this project. We saw opportunities. I mean, we had only opportunities in front of us. I mean, all problems, we had the problems too, and we should solve them.
When we brought this product to the market, it was very, very technically oriented in the beginning. And I think that we brought a new product to the market that our customer haven't seen before. We took it to the next level, and I know that many of our competitors, they actually followed us. So we were at that time, 1995, 1996, absolutely the top leader in this business when it comes to technology.
Then when customers were interested in dealing with us, came back to us, and we could solve their problem, which nobody else maybe did or could, or said no. And we solved it for them. And that was, of course, a success factor, because the next time the customer for our big forklifts, especially in the port industry, they were talking to each other. I said, yeah, I had this problem. If you have the same problem, talk to Konecranes. I mean, that is a word of mouth.
Sometimes the customer buys the first machine from her service people and the second machine for the sales people.
3 turning points that have moved this company a long way. I can see one is then 2004 when Konecranes came in. That's really a turning point where, and looking back and when I have learned this company, Konecranes did it very well.
Konecranes should be a good friend for us. We have the same customers. They were very good on service. They had built up a big service organization over the whole world. You can see Konecranes was exactly the best owner to this company.
Another turning point, I think, is the Linde container handling acquisition, 2013. I think that was a big step change for Konecranes as well, where we really started to grow in the spare parts business, in the service business, and maybe went from being active in some selected markets to be really a global company.
The acquisition of Linde, that was something that was very strong. It sort of developed the company into believe in itself, if you like. I think before that we were more like a smaller player. We were not a small player, but we were a smaller player. And by doing this, we really told ourselves that we can be a world player. We can be big, bold and beautiful. We will be a strong company. We will be a global player.
And the third or fourth, whatever you want to call it, turning point, I would say is the MHPS acquisition. When we got the Terex MHPS within the Konecranes family, where we really made the step change from being quite global to a fully global company and truly one of the three biggest in our industry.
We have been lucky and had good people in the company who have taken the extra mile when we have needed. We have had people with good vision, with good relations, who have make things happen, both with the customer and the suppliers and all partners.
Maintain the quality of the product, and you will never forget the technology of the product, and of course you will never forget the customer. You as a management or a manager must be very humble, and you must be responsive and always listen to the staff. You have to be proud of that company you work in. It would be very necessary to everyone in a company to have fun.
Even if the company is still the same and the same products, but the people are the same. People don't change depending on that they work for a small company or big company. Maybe you have different possibilities if you work for a big company. But the people remain. That we have respect everyone, respect the individuals, and take care of people.
You can't do this by yourself. This is a teamwork. And the team was not only the 9 people, it was a lot of more people. We had a lot of skilled assembling guys in the beginning, and you learned every day something that you could utilize in the development of the product, and then to make them even greater than they was from the beginning. So
don't push any problem forwards.
Never forget customers, suppliers, and your own people. Have eyes open on the market. Try to be number one.
Keep innovating, that's the main issue to be successful.
Have confidence in what you are doing. You must have an own confidence in what you're doing as well.
Our business still, it's business between people. Each leader in Konecranes has been able to, like you say, stand on the shoulders of the earlier one and take this Konecranes culture forward.
Trust is the key point, I would say.
As a company then, that we are honest to our customers, that's really part of our core values, that we are seen as a trust. That's how we build trust. We want to be a trustworthy company.
We stand for our word. Meaning that we have everything from a technical solution or a delivery, or we give that certain discount or whatever. But if we promise something, we only as good as our word. I think the company's proven itself since '94 that it can produce the right product with a heck of a good quality and continue that path.
I think first of all, they should remember, we should all be grateful for that there are these risk takers, entrepreneurs that are brave enough to walk out from a safe environment and start something new. Customer first, and do it in a smart way, be smarter where it matters. I think it comes back to them, and I think that's what we really should remember as an organization all the time. You know? Be smarter from where it matters. It comes really from those 9 people, that they were very willing to take risk and then build on that.
The skill here in this company and the atmosphere is very entrepreneurial. And most people, they have a possibility, they see possibilities. They are not afraid of looking into new things. And by that, you can create business in a different way by convincing people and customers that this is a way to go forward.
Responsibility, you have the respect, trust, and you try to listen. And then within those sort of key parameters, you do what is right. And no big, huge secrets. It's about being treated fairly, and you treat others fairly. Those values need to be there, need to be kept. The values, if the boys and girls of Konecranes Lift Trucks today have sort of packaged it nicely, it reflects the true sense of the company. It's nothing that's trying to be rearranged or recreated, because I don't think it's needed. There is a very healthy company culture here who's driven by values, and I think built on that, and do not try to change it.
Konecranes Lift Trucks is a problem-solving company that customers can trust. We have also a mindsetting that we should grow and increase our activities in the area to be a bigger company with a small company's attitude. It's important to see possibilities rather than obstacles. Never close any doors.
Never close any doors, exactly.
Don't say no.
That's very important, and don't say no.
We have a saying, humble yet confident. I like that a lot. You need to, of course, we need to be confident, and we need to believe in ourselves, and we believe in ourselves, and we know what we are doing. But at the same time, we need to be very humble, learn a little bit more, and do a little bit extra to do what the customer wants us to do, and be one step ahead.
You can copy the product, but you can never copy the experience.
Don't forget the history, but adopt it into the future situation.
Proud of everything.
So, who is in the lead right now?
We are, definitely. I mean, all should feel they are part of the success we have, and we depend on each other. Of course, the best years are still to come. Yeah, I'm 100% sure about that.